All right, so I'll start off with how I had my stroke. I was 38. It was September 2018. I had a car accident on the way to work, which I had no idea at the time, but had severed both the carotid arteries in my neck. So I left the car accident, went back to work, not thinking there was anything wrong. Began to develop a headache that week, which I assumed was the flu, because one of my workers had the flu the week before. That was on the Monday night I'd had the car accident, Monday morning, sorry. Sunday evening, I was at my girlfriend's place having dinner, and the headache became a bit of a crescendo. Ended up stroking in my sleep, had a massive seizure at about 4 in the morning, and luckily I was with someone because I was living by myself at the time, and she called the ambulance, which took a while to pick me up. So sometime in the morning they got there. By then I'd been stroking all night. I vividly remember that the paramedics, remember them holding up my arm and holding up my leg and asking me if they were whose arm and whose leg was that. And I remember just being completely confused because I couldn't move my arm or leg and couldn't recognise that it was even mine. I remember thinking, okay, something's seriously wrong here. Rushed off to Royal Melbourne, half paralysed down my left side with an enormous headache. So I was in there. They did an emergency craniotomy, which is removing a skull flap to depressurise my brain. That stayed out for 4 months as I was transferred to Epworth to do my rehab. So half paralysed. I was in there for 7 months in the hospital doing rehab. So around the 4 month mark, I went back to Royal Melbourne to get the skull flap put back in, at which point I experienced a pretty significant burst in my abilities in rehab. So I pretty much got up and started walking independently soon after that. I'm now 4 years post, living independently, walking independently with no aids now, and living with my partner and my dog, pretty active and very close to running again, which I'm very excited about.
Wow, what a journey. Thanks so much for sharing that, Nick.